But that sort of highlights also one of the risks we have in unarmed combat, because even if they don't do any damage, you can get the critical status effects, and if we get knocked out, that's pretty much game over for us, at least in any serious fight. I think there's a perk that reduces the chance of that happening, but again, it doesn't stop it from happening, and there's no indication to say how effective it actually is, so it can still happen and it's still as much game over. So I don't think we'll be using it. We have to know that the things we'll take will actually be guaranteed to be useful or for us, or we have to see the mathematics so we can make some kind of predictions how useful it's going to be to us. Every skill description basically that is extremely vague, we're going to be ignoring them. Not because they might not be useful, but because we don't really know what we're taking. Yeah, hello Mr. Scorpion. I think there might be another one there. No. Luckily he came out. How do I actually move here? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind so much if these 5 turns taken this long, if these were proper enemies. But there's really not much more I can do than just make a regular attack. There's no point trying to do anything else. So this is just... it's very boring fighting and it just takes long. Again, I'll be saving. There might be a scorpion there that I can't see. Again, you have to remember that my perception is like 2, so it can't go any lower for me. Unless I use something that will disable it further. But naturally it can't go below 2 for a person who has taken the gifted trait. Okay, pre-war donuts and pie floater. Basically 3 healing for us. Not that effective, but why not? Okay. I think there's gonna be a lot of fighting here, but I think the huge road is like somewhere in here. So basically, I don't think it can even fit out of it there. Yeah, we'll actually take them all. We won't be fighting here if we don't have to. I think there's gigantic roaches behind those covers, or large ones. And then there's the huge one protecting that central area that we have to pass. Basically we're just going to stay as far away from the huge one as we possibly can, hope he misses. Oh crap, there's a scorpion. And that's why low perception sucks. Because suddenly there will be scorpions and super mutants and all kinds of nasty stuff right in front of your nose and you never notice them. Yeah, I think I'll use an anti-toxin at this point. Or maybe after clearing that room, because there might be much more scorpions there, and since the poison is time-based, I don't think it'll actually make a lot of difference in the damage we take from it if we wait a few seconds more before we use the antitoxin. Okay, again we have to remember that I'm blind, so I don't know how many enemies are going to be here. Yeah, we're going to have to kill him. There will likely be another one. Why did you run there? God damn, I hate this control system sometimes. Can I force you to go there? Okay, I think we'll be... There might be another one there. Yeah. But he sucks also at close range. No, they aren't. Okay, locker, and shell. Is it trapped? Yeah. I don't think we can disarm it, but there's no point not trying. We'll fail at it until it either explodes or disarms. Yeah, luckily we didn't take any damage, because the explosions work like that in this game. I mean, really weird. Sometimes the area of effect... Oh, electronic lockpick. We're getting... Yeah, the end combat or music, or the enemy detection has ended music. Doesn't work at all in this turn-based mode. So, in many aspects I think this game was designed to work in the continuous turn-based mode, mainly. Because a lot of these exploitative bugs and things I'll be using are working in the turn-based mode. So I don't think anyone really tested it in that way, or cared enough. I don't mean they didn't care about their game, but in the way that they knew that there would be some oddities and simply said we can't fix them all, so we just have to deal with it. I think it might have been a good idea to actually... Can I sneak? I mainly... yeah, might not be a... I did save just a moment ago, so if this will likely fail. Because if we get hit by the huge cockroach, there will be fucked. No doubt about it. I mean, zero doubt about it. With the big ones, our main concern is the poisoning. They don't do that much damage. With the larger one, it's the damage. Yup, 36 points of damage on a non-critical hit. Run. Hope he misses. If he doesn't, I'm dead. And it's gonna be game load. I don't think we're in his range, actually. Yeah, fusion battery.
You have gathered the fusion batteries you require. Proceed to the exit grid to leave this mission.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to move yet. I'll move a little. Then I'm gonna heal. I'm hoping I'm out of range from that huge roach. And then when the next turn comes, I can move enough to be out of his range again. Might not work, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, we don't care about the lesser ones and their poisoning. No, don't run closer to it. Yeah, I think we're out of range, so we should be safe. Roadshore. Yeah, I think it has had tons of hit points, but the range is very short, so any firearm would be good enough to handle him. But these sort of situations I'm expecting, because a Roadshore isn't actually that bad of an enemy, and the weapon he uses is short range and doesn't do that much damage. But in the future will be have harder enemies, hit farther, does more damage, so how the hell am I going to get around them with unarmed?